Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing a book by Amara Nicole Okolo called Black Sparkle Romance. It's from Ankara Press, which publish romance novels. So this is a romance novel set in Nigeria. The story was set in Lagos and it begins with a lady called Mira. Mira is the main character in the book and she's a personal assistant to an editor of a magazine called Black Sparkle. And in the story she's running late to work. And on the way to work, she hits another car, so she damages the car of a young man. And she offers to pay for, the repairs of his car, but he doesn't take her check. So the next thing, she starts to tell him, oh, because I'm a woman, you don't want to take my money. If he had been a man, why is it that men could just come stop this ego of theirs and all that? And, at some point, the guy just left her that, I don't understand this girl. A couple of days later, she meets this same guy at her office. The guy's name is called Dominic. Dominic was the guy she hit, whose car she hit, and apparently Dominic happens to be her boss's nephew. She discovers that she'll be working with him on a photography project for the magazine, and Dominic suggests that they do the photography in Badagry. Badagry is a little town in Lagos. Part of the scenes in the book were in Badagry, and it brought back many memories for me because I went on holiday as a teenager to Badagry. The story looks at when the model for the magazine, as well as the photographer and the rest of the photographer, Dominic, and the rest of the crew visit several sites where they will be taking some shots at. So they visited the point of no return, which was where the slaves people were taken from Nigeria and taken overseas to the Americas, and they would never return. So it was called the Point of No Return. And they also went to the Slave Museum and the market. I've been to the Slave Museum myself, and I remember getting really emotional seeing like the drums where the slaves drank water from, and it was just like one big tin metallic pot, and they had to drink from it, and that was all they had, and it's quite sad. And then there's another scene in the book where Mira runs into Dominic at a wedding, where Dominic is the wedding photographer. And I think reading the story about, like Mira falling in love with the wedding photographer made me think that many times I go for weddings and I never realized that the photographer at the wedding might actually be romantically involved with any of the guests. All I'm just thinking about is, oh, let him take my picture, or he's just there to take the picture of the groom and the bride. And we never really stop to think that, the photographer has a love life as well. So it was nice to just get a glimpse into the photographer's romantic life. So I would recommend it. And I've read 3 other books from Ankara Press at the moment. So I've read Love's Persuasion, Black Sparkle Romance, which is the one I reviewed in this video, and Taste of Love. And I would just give a mini rating of the 3, but I can't say which one I've loved the most. And my favorite would be Love's Persuasion by Ola Awonibi. I don't know if it's because I've met Ola, but I just really, really like the characters in this book. There was the lady Adan. It was about 2 young people trying to meet their family expectations while also being from different social class backgrounds, and they fell in love. So it was about, I have a review of that on my channel and you can watch that. And then my second favorite would be Black Sparkle Romance, which is what I reviewed in this video. I like this because it brought back many memories of Badagry, so I liked it. And my third favorite would be A Taste of Love, and this was a story set in northern Nigeria. I have a review of this on my channel. I think reading A Taste of Love was quite insightful because a lot of time we hear stories about young people in the north or people fleeing from northern Nigeria because of violence, but we don't actually hear about maybe romantic stories in the north. So I think it was interesting to read, to see that there are people there in the north who fall in love and build lives over there as well. And I'll be leaving the social media links to Ankara Press, the publishers of this books, so you can check them out and see more of their work. And also I'll leave links to where you can buy the rest of the other books as well. Thanks for watching, and see you in my next video.